Good day, everyone. This is Coach Reese coming at you with another great video. I'm hoping all is well with you and your family and that you're enjoying your day. Today, I'm going to do something a little different that I haven't done in a while, and that's do a video where I'm looking mostly in the camera. I'm quite sure you all young people know that I have like a letter that I always read to you guys, and I do that mainly because I want to take my time and gather the thoughts and write it on a sheet of paper instead of writing different points on a sheet of paper and then trying to you know uh, go off the cuff, if you will. So, but today, something in my spirit said that I must make this video today, and I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with that. The title of my video today is Make Time for Your Spouse. Make Time for Your Spouse. That's the title of my video today. And I have a few things that I'm going to talk about in this video dealing with that, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. I just want to let you young people know that this video is probably more appropriate for, young people that are in high school or college students, a college age young people. So mainly, the older young people will probably benefit tremendously from this video versus the young ones. So all my college, students and high schoolers, this video is for you. Okay. In relationship to your spouse, of course, you young people, y'all at the age where you're dating and all that, and that's great. That's an awesome way to find your husband or wife. But when you're in a serious relationship, be it, girlfriend, boyfriend, committed relationship, or a marital relationship, right? Time is very important in a relationship, right? And so it's very important that you make the time to come together and hang out with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or spouse. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, over time, if you don't spend time with your significant other, over time, the relationship will weaken. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something. If you guys are in college, I totally understand the workload of your studies and everything. And basically, what you need to do is, just tell your boyfriend or girlfriend, or, if you're married when you're in college, just tell them, like, listen, I've got a lot of studying going on, and I really need to dedicate my time to the studying. But when you do have the time, young people, you have to make the time to come together. Does that make any sense? In regards to a marriage, there are three important pieces to a marriage. There's a mental. In order for a good marriage to exist, there must be a good mental connection, there must be a good spiritual connection, and there must be a good physical connection. All of those things have to come together in a beautiful order, and you have to bind those three together. Does that make any sense? In order for the relationship to be healthy and very enjoyable for you guys. Okay. So, like I say, time to me is an action word, right? So you have to make it your primary objective. You like, you know what? When I get finished with this term paper or this exam or whatever you may be trying to study, I'm gonna hang out with my girlfriend or significant other on this date. I want you to write it down, or mark it in your cell phone that, this time we're going to hang out. And only if it's only for a couple of hours, those couple of hours, you make it a very powerful connection. Does that make any sense? Like, you guys, make it a date night. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are committed to going to Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? So, you go to Chick-fil-A, you hang out for a little bit. And then, if you guys like bowling or something like that, you go bowling. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you something. When you do things like that, you're bonding, right? And it's very important um, when you're in a serious relationship to keep that bonding strong and solid. And the only way that you can do that is if you have to make time. You have to make time for that beautiful connection. Okay. Um, like I say, I think I heard someone say time is of the essence, right? So, you know, um, if you don't spend time with your significant other, the relationship is doomed to fail. So, like I say, young people, time is of the essence. Time is extremely important when you're dealing with a personal relationship with a significant other. Okay. Um, the other point I wanted to talk about is it's very important. Like I think I just said this. Like when you are, trying to study for the exam or trying to write a paper or whatever, well, like I say, you set the date, right? And you commit to it. You don't try your best to stay commit to that date and follow through. It's very important that you follow through. You know what I'm saying? Because if you set a date and then you cancel, that can be very disappointing. Because, like I say, I used to be a college student, and free time was very few. It was very I had very little free time, right? So the little time that I had to hang out with my friends, I really took advantage of it. So it's the same thing with a when you have a significant other. If you only have, like, 1 or 2 hours a day, if that, to hang out with your significant other, I encourage you to do it. And, like, when you have more time, like perhaps on the weekend, like when I was in college, I had a little bit more time to hang out on the weekend. So when the weekend comes, like that Saturday evening or whatever, you guys set a date to be, to hang out, and you commit to it. Don't try not to cancel. You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand if you're not feeling good or you have a family emergency with your parents or other loved ones at home or whatever. I understand that. But if you are you know, uh, just exhausted from studying in college all week, I get that. But please, just try, try to fulfill that 1 or 2 hours to hang out with your significant other, because I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna pay off in the long run when you commit to coming together, right? When you commit to coming together, it makes your relationship stronger and stronger and stronger. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you're dealing with your significant other, young people, you're dealing with your best friend. You understand what I'm saying? And your best friend, they understand when things come up, like you have to study for an exam or different things. But if they see that you're making the time, that makes the bond that you guys have much stronger. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be all dramatic and, you know, set this romantic getaway and all that. Because, of course, when I was in college, I didn't have the money to do all that. But like I say, just simple things like going out to Chick-fil-A or, catching a movie or something like that. I mean, little things like that, it goes a long way, especially when you guys hang out at Chick-fil-A, because you have time to chit chat a little bit and catch up on, what's been going on in each other's lives. And that's very important. So when you set a date, young people, you have to commit to it. It's very important that you do that in a serious relationship. Okay. Like, these three words are probably taken for granted in a lot of relationships. But young people, I want to tell you this. When you tell your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband or wife, when you tell them that you love them, you know, it's a very powerful thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially for young ladies that are in a relationship with you. If you tell your young lady on a daily basis that you love them, right, that's very powerful. But what's even just as powerful is when you act, right? When you act on that love that you just said, right? So love, in my opinion, is an action word. You understand? And it's very important that you act in a loving way towards your significant other. That's very important as well. You know, I think someone told me a long time ago, actions speak louder than words, but it's good to have that very delicate balance of expressing your love to your significant other and also acting in a loving way towards your spouse or significant other. That is very important, young people, that you keep that and take that to heart. You know what I'm saying? It's a very powerful thing to look in a young lady's eyes, fellas, and tell them that you love them, and then you act upon that what you just said on a daily basis you act in a loving way towards your girlfriend on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying, in a loving way. And I'm going to tell you, fellas, that is very powerful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to give you a little tidbit of advice too, young men. If a one single rose, it doesn't cost that much. I don't know how much it costs, but I don't think it's going to break your bank. But if you make the effort to buy your young lady a rose and just tell her that you love them and you tell her that she's very beautiful, I'm gonna tell you that's it's very simple. It may sound very simple, but I'm gonna tell you it's very powerful, young men, to tell your girlfriend or wife that you love them and that they're very beautiful, and you give them a rose. I'm telling you, it's a very powerful thing, man. Try it, fellas. I just said this. I think I've repeated it, said it throughout this video, but I feel that I should say this. Actions speak louder than words. I think it's very important to repeat that. Actions speak louder than words. So, like I said earlier in this video, it's very important, young people, that you act upon the loving words that you speak to them. You act upon the loving words that you speak to them. That's very important. I know I repeated that. And you also make the time, to make the time to come together, right? That's also very important as well. And when you do those things, you guys are building a solid, strong relationship, and that's very powerful. My last point is this. It'll be a very sad day, young people, for you to not make the effort to make the time, and you don't tell them that you love them on a daily basis, and you just make little effort to communicate and be together. So what's going to happen is you guys may break up. But the most painful thing to experience is if you actually see the young lady or young man out on the town, like at Walmart or something, and y'all bump into each other, and then you see them in the arms holding hands with someone else. You may think to yourself, like, what if I'd have put forth the effort, to make this relationship work? I would be the one holding their hands. So it can be a very, very painful experience, young people, to, to see your girlfriend or boyfriend that you broke up with, and holding hands with someone else. I hope that doesn't happen to you guys, but if you don't make the time, if you don't commit to coming together, they may break up with you, and that's just unfortunate. So, young people, I just pray that you guys follow the advice on this video, and I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this video. This video may be a little bit long, but what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna talk on the topic of wisdom. I have a statement dealing with critical thinking, and then I'm gonna go into my ending statement of practice. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my 3 points on wisdom. Wise people are good listeners, right? Wise people are good listeners. Point number 2, wise people have the thirst or desire to learn good knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Young people, point number 2 is very important. Point number 3, wise people have the courage to teach their wisdom. Wise people have the courage to teach their wisdom. So young people, I encourage you all to do your research on wisdom, and I pray that you pursue wisdom with the utmost seriousness. Young people, if you pursue wisdom with the utmost seriousness, it'll benefit you in the long run. I'm going to go into my statement dealing with critical thinking. Always be a critical thinker, young people, especially when making big decisions. Always be a critical thinker, young people, especially when making big decisions. So, young people, I encourage you to do your research on the topic of critical thinking, and also encourage you all to discuss the topic of critical thinking with your parents or guardians, and your parents or guardians will help you navigate the differences between making big decisions and minor decisions. Okay, young people, being a critical thinker is, the sooner you become a critical thinker, young people, the better off you'll be. Okay, and I pray that you guys take that lesson to heart. I'm gonna go into my ending statement of practice. I love you. I want the best for you. I want you young people to practice using love and wisdom in all that you do. Life is a game that you must learn how to play. Practicing love and wisdom with your family, friends, and loved ones creates a powerful team. Love conquers all, young people, even if you feel defeated. So, young people, I encourage you to keep loving and keep growing and gaining in wisdom, and God will bless you in a mighty way. I encourage you all to hit the thumbs up on this video. I encourage you all to share this video with family, friends, and loved ones. And I encourage you all to subscribe to my channel. At the end of the day, young people, I want you to accomplish all your goals and dreams in life, and I want you to be the best that you possibly can be. That is very important, young people. I have one more nugget of wisdom before I officially conclude this video, and it goes like this. Don't ever think that you're better than anyone else, young people, but rather think of yourself as just as good as anyone else. Humility is a vital key to a successful life. Okay, young people, I'm going to conclude my video by saying this. May God bless you, and may God keep you until we meet again.